guys, it's me, Dee, from Colorful Dreams. How are my colorful dreamers out there all doing? I hope you're having a good start to the new year. As we know, January's done. I am going to be filming my January completed pages video today for you. I do also have photos from December because I didn't really color much in December, so I didn't do a completed pages video for December because of that reason. It wasn't really worth it to me to do, you know, a whole video on my December pages. So, sorry, I was having a sip of my coffee. So I am incorporating the ones I did in December and all of January as well. I also still have to film my January coloring haul. That'll be another video that I'll be doing in the next day or so. So, without further ado, if you guys are all doing well and, you know, you're ready to watch, then let's get started. I'm going to start with my PDFs, just because I did a lot more PDFs because that's what I normally have. So this one here was from the Daily Art Hours Christmas Kawaii Kingdom books. I did post flips of those books. There is also a collector's edition for their Christmas Kawaii Kingdom. And you can get all 6 of those books in one. So this picture here I really enjoyed doing, and I love how he turned out. I used some glitter, and it was I put glue down and then shook some glitter on top. I used my alcohol markers, Ohuhu, of course, and I shaded a bit with my, I believe it was my Brute Funer pencils. But most of it was alcohol marker base and then shaded with pencils where I needed to. But I was super happy with how this turned out. This picture was from December 2022. This one was this was a buddy color with Deb from Miss Sweet's Crafting Therapy. We did this picture together and I loved how hers turned out. If I can remember while I'm editing, I will put hers here so you guys can see side by side how they look. This one was another one from the Christmas Kawaii Kingdom by Daily Art Hour series. And this was done with, again, alcohol marker base and pencil shading. Usually my Brute Funers and my Colors and my Starjoys, either my golds or just my regular Starjoys. And this one was pretty straightforward. I just felt like, you know, throwing color to the page. I had fun with that one too. And that was from December. This one was also from December 2022. When I first got the Daily Art Hour series, this is, I believe, I'm not sure if it's from the Creepy Kawaii Kingdom series or the Fantasy. I believe it's from the Fantasy Kawaii Kingdom. I loved this little chipmunk. I don't know what it is. It looks like a chipmunk to me, but there's no tail, so I don't know. But when I first saw the picture, I knew what I wanted to do with it. So this is how she turned out. I used a lot of glitter in the stars. I don't know if you can see that. And her eyes. And I used alcohol marker base and colored pencil over top. And I think it turned out really, really pretty. Moving on to January. This is from Daily Art Hours Kawaii Kingdom in Love book. And this was another page that caught my eye when I was going through the pages as I did a review for them. And again, same thing, alcohol marker base, pencil shading, and I absolutely love how this one turned out as well. It took me a few days, but I got there. And you guys know me, I'm not one to do everything as is. It's kind of crazy with colors, but pardon me. This one is from Colored Caramels Patterns and Doodles book. And I wanted to color a bee page. I love coloring bees and honey and honeycombs, but I didn't want to do the bees. I actually tried this page 3 times, to be honest. I didn't want to do this, the bees, regular bee colors, because I knew the background was going to be honeycombs, and I didn't want to, so I decided to go with rainbows. Well, rainbow color, not really rainbows. So I just kind of mixed up the colors on all the bees as I went down. But alcohol markers, and usually the alcohol markers I use are Ohuhus or just some various markers I have. I have Artify, I have Artex, I have a bunch of different alcohol markers. And I used also glitter on the wings. So, this one was from Colored Caramels new book, Love Doodles. And I love all of Colored Caramels Doodles books. The Sweet Doodles, the Sweetest Doodles, the Christmas Doodles, all of them. And I love little aliens and different little creatures. And this was mostly done in colored pencil. I did do alcohol marker on the spaceship, and I used my ZSCM paint pens in the background. But I really love how this one turned out as well. Turned out super adorable. I'm sorry about this lighting, guys. It's been, I don't know, it's a weird lighting in here today. So, again, I apologize about that lighting. I'm trying my best. Oh, this one's got a glare. All right. Let's see if we can kind of tone that down a bit. So this one here was from one of Ava Brown's newest books, and it is from the Secret Glass Jar book. I really, really enjoyed coloring inside the jar. The outside was kind of like, I didn't want to take away from the actual picture. I was trying to give it like a jar kind of look, like that glassy look, so I used my glossy accents over top to give it like a glass look overall. And let me tell you, it's not easy to do a glossy accent on a big area. It really isn't. But I do love how the inside of the jar turned out. I mean, again, I was not trying to focus on the outside. My main focus was this part here. And I love hippos. And I really, really adored I used colored pencil for all of this in here, inside the jar. And then I used my alcohol marker and my acrylic paint pens for the clouds and the outside. But this one was done at the beginning of January, and it is from, I believe, Cute Christmas by Jade Summer, illustrated by Alexandra Franzese. And again, I used colored pencils, but I didn't want the gingerbread house the house to look like a gingerbread house or like a Christmas house. I wanted wintry kind of look. And that is, I think I did a pretty good job at doing that. Alcohol marker for the background and for the smoke. And a lot of colored pencil, Brute Funer, Color pencils. And of course my white paint pen. My lighting is horrid. I am really, really sorry, you guys. Let me see if I can tone down the light a bit. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. This one is from Edwina McNamee's, give me a second, guys. This one is an Edwina McNamee page. Let me see if I can change that light. Okay, I'm trying to, sorry guys. All right, I had to try and fix my lighting. Um, okay, so this one's an Edwina McNamee page, and this one was from Dreamlings 2, I believe, or the first Dreamlings book. One, I wanted to go back to books from when I first started coloring. Two, I wanted to do something a little bit more different than my original, you know, cute, kawaii. I mean, yes, she is cute, but I meant color-wise. I wanted to change it up a little bit. So I got some advice from Miss Sweets, and together we figured out a way for me to make it me, but use different colors. So that's what I did. I kind of stuck to certain color palette or colors, similar colors. First, I colored her, and then I did around. I did alcohol marker base for the background, and then I went around and gave it like a soft shading around her and the edging. I had seen that technique done on, I can't remember whose channel, and a few people do it too. And I believe it was Colorfully Optimistic or Addicted to Coloring, Zoe from Addicted to Coloring. And the rest was all colored pencil. It took me about a week to finish her, but I was I felt very accomplished when I did finish her, and I was super happy. There's no glitter, except for the gold paint pen. There's nothing, but I was super happy with it. So this is another Daily Art Hour picture. It is from their Spooky Family series. Forgive me, I cannot remember which book in the series this is from, but this is their little dragon pet that appears throughout their Spooky Family series. And I thought it was cute that the picture was just him and his play area. So I used alcohol marker base, colored pencil to shade all of it. All of it is alcohol marker base and pencil shading. And then around is a black paint pen. And again, I was super happy with how this one turned out. And this is the last PDF of January. And this one is another Daily Art Hour picture. They have become one of my favorites for the new year, and as well as Colored Caramel, because you guys know I love that cuteness. If I can't have the cuteness or the sweetness, then it's just not for me. Anyways, when I saw this picture, yes, a lot of people would say Yetis, but to me, all I saw was Muppets, like Sesame Street Muppets. I don't know why. I don't know where that came into my head, because all my girls are older. My kids haven't watched Sesame Street in eons. But those are the vibes that I got off of these guys, so that's the way I went with it, and I think it turned out absolutely adorable. I used alcohol marker for the background, and for the grass. I did pencils on the trees and the grass, and the Yetis are all colored pencil, except for her hair. Her hair is alcohol marker and paint pen. But I really, really do like how this one turned out as well. So those were all my PDFs for January. Put those away. And we're going to get into the few books that I did color in. And this one here was from Super Cute Animals by May Yu. And I believe it was a penguin prompt. I can't remember where it was. But I decided to color this little warm and cozy penguin. Most of it is, again, alcohol marker and paint pen and colored pencil. And I didn't want to do him quite penguin-y colors, so I went with like a lighter, like purpley bluish. I don't know what color it's called, but that's how he turned out. The next one was from 50 Vacation Miniatures for my crustacean prompt on my scavenger hunt. And this is the one I colored, and I was really super happy with this. It was super simple, but yet really fun to do. I was kind of going for like a princess castle kind of look instead of a sandcastle. I gave it that sandcastle base, but I was going for like princess, kind of like Ariel vibes. And then the background is chalk pastel, and my stencil I created with cardboard. I made clouds or shapes of clouds, and I used my chalk pastels. That is another video I will be doing. I will be doing a quick tutorial on using chalk pastels on pages and backgrounds. But it was mostly, yeah, all this was all colored pencil, not alcohol marker whatsoever. It was all colored pencil on this picture. And I did try to give it like a little bit of like a shiny glow around it to give it that kind of misty, magical look. I don't know if I achieved it, but that's the look I was going for. So that was from 50 Vacation Miniatures by Camellia Androkova. The next one I did was from Chibi Girls Doodle by April Amber, and this is the one I did. I did the Alice in Wonderland picture. Alice in Wonderland, if you guys know me, is one of my favorite Disney characters, movies. You know, I love all of it. And this one was all colored pencil except for the background. The background was alcohol marker, but the rest of it was all colored pencil. And I really, really, really enjoyed coloring this one. I'm looking forward to coloring more in this book. Honestly, this is the first page, so this also can go for Color Your Hoard for January. That one was Chibi Girls Doodle from Chibi Girls Doodle by April Amber. The next one was from Fantasy Kawaii Kingdom by Daily Art Hour, and I did this little guy. And this one was mostly alcohol marker base and pencil shading. That's what this one was all. And that is how I did some gold accents for his hair and his eyebrows and his little design. And yeah, and that one is how it was a super quick one. But I just wanted something to add color to, so that's what I did. That one was from Fantasy Kawaii Kingdom by Daily Art Hour. And the last one for January is from Colored with Love Kawaii Coloring Book by Colored Caramel. And I colored these little guys. And I did this on a live on Instagram. I was coloring on Instagram on a live, and then I finished it afterwards. I did alcohol marker base, and then, no, this was all pencil, and so were all these guys. They were all pencil. And the background was alcohol marker. But this is an older book by Colored Caramel. I don't know, it doesn't say the year it came out, but yeah, it was an older one that came out, and this is one of the pictures. It was one of my first Colored Caramel books, and this is one of the pictures I've always wanted to color, and I figured with Valentine's Day coming up, this would be a perfect page, and I love my little cute dinosaurs, so what better time. But that is all my colored pages for January and a little bit from December. I want to thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Please, if you can, remember to like the video. Please comment anything to let me know what you thought, what you think, your opinions, your favorite picture that you saw. And please subscribe and let your friends know about the channel. It would be greatly appreciated. I will show you my current whip. which is this one from the Magic Diary by Coco Weil. That is my first picture for February. That's a little sneak peek for you. And yeah, and just remember, as always, be kind, stay safe, keep smiling, and happy coloring. Until next time, my colorful dreamers. Bye.